Hello friends, in the previous video we are discussed the general account on the xylotom, that's a morphology anatomy that we'll study in the previous video. That continue with this video, that's a reproductive structure or the reproduction in the xylotom. Xylotom is one of the first that's a Xylotopsida group belong to Xylotopsida. The xylotom is generally referred as viscous sperm, or it is also called rootless, leafless pteridophyte. The reproduction point of view, xylotom generally they reproduces vegetatively as well as asexually. They will reproduce by the formation of spores. Vegetatively, first going to the vegetative reproduction, vegetatively by the formation of gamete. These are the minute multicellular oval shaped structure develop at the apex of the rhizome. Through this, generally the vegetative reproduction takes place, or by the formation of germinate the new sporophyte. The rhizome after falling out the new substrate and that can produce the new thallus or the shoot. Through that also the vegetative reproduction takes place. The next is reproduction by the spores. In xylotom, the spores producing structure are called sporangia, and usually they born at the distal end of the dichotomous branch of the aerial shoot. It is called sporangia or synangia. The complete this structure what you are observing in the photograph, that's called as a synangium. It is a trilobated structure, and usually the sporangium develop on a small appendages sublined, and usually this is called as a forked ination. Okay, and usually this trilobe structure measuring 2 to 3 millimeter in diameter, and each lobe has the small sac and produces numerous number of spores. So usually the such sporangium found with a group of 2 to more spore sac called as a synangium. The complete what you are observing, that's yellow color structure, that is called synangium. They on the usually help for the production of spores in case of the xylotom. The what first we studied, that is a morphological or the sporophyte will help for the vegetative reproduction. Next, gametophytic phase, that is a reproduction by the sexual mode. The spore is a mother cell for the gametophytic generation. It germinates to produce the gametophytic prothallus, and usually germinate after the 3 to 4 months of liberation of the sporangium. The mature prothallus is simple parenchymatous structure, and usually they measure about 0.5 to 2.5 millimeter in diameter and up to 20 millimeter in length. The right side what we are observing a structure that is called as a gametophytic structure. So usually they are associated with the endofungus, and usually they consist of the antheridium structure. And this is the actually the surface of the prothallus covered with the unicellular rhizoids, antheridia and the archegonia structure. So usually the antheridia are the male reproductive structure and archegonia are the female reproductive structure, and usually they are mainly associated with the mycorrhizal association. The gametophyte are monoecious in nature. The male and female sex organs, antheridia and archegonia, they are separately and scattered over the gametophyte. And this is the structure of the antheridia, small spherical shaped structure with the stalk partially projected above the surface of the gametophytic prothallus, and it is a single jacket of 10 to 12 sterile cells which encloses a mass of sperm mother cells are the spermatocytes. These spermatocytes later they metamorphosis and spirally coiled multi-fragmented antherozoites will be formed, and these antherozoites mature and dehiscence to form the breaking out of the jacket cells along the wall of the side. So usually these antherozoites they help in the formation of sperms. Sperms are the biflagellated structures that will help as a male reproductive structure. The next one, female reproductive structure, that's a archegonia. Archegonia is completely embedded in the tissue of the prothallus. Only neck will project it out, and the neck is made up of 4 to 5 rows of cells, and each has a 2 neck canal cells and a venter canal cells and an egg cells will be present. What you observe in green structure, that is archegonium structure. So once the egg is producing and the sperm is producing, they undergo to the fusion, that is called as a fertilization. Archegonia mature cells, lowermost tier of the neck cells become thick walled and cutinized, then distal tiers of the neck break out and leaving 1 to 3 basal tiers only. Then the neck cells and the ventral canal cells, nuclei of that will be disintegrate, and antherozoids are come in contact with the egg cells and the diploid zygote will be formed. So once the spore mother cells of the sporophytic generation is start, the next is a actually the spore mother cells. Just yeah, this is what you observing is the complete life cycle, that is usually antheridia and the archegonia will be formed, and each antheridia produces sperm cells, archegonia produces the egg cells, the zygote will be formed, and these zygote will help for the formation of sporophyte, that's the embryonic sporophyte, and from that usually the synangia will be produced in a sporophytic cavity, and that is called as a spore mother cell cavity or the spore producing sporangium structure. So like this, yes, see, look at this diagram, the complete life cycle of the xylotum, that's antheridia and archegonia will be formed, and usually they produce the spores and they will mature and produce the new sporophyte. Like that the gametophyte and the sporophyte is alternate with each other, and these are the difference between the different species of the pteridophyte with the xylotum structure, that is what actually the group Xylotopsida, xylotum and Spinopsida structure. So what actually the root and the leaf of the other group of pteridophyte is look like compared with the xylotum. This is actually perfect figure of the synangia or the spore bearing structure. Okay, I hope you will get all these structure with the diagrams. So this was missed in earlier slide. This homosporous will be produced in a synangia structure. So usually the coming to the reproduction point of view, asexually and also the sexually reproduces. Asexually by the gamete formation and the spore formation, that's the synangia formation, and usually the sexually they produce the gamete, that's antheridia and the archegonia structure will be formed. Antheridia in a separate jacket will be produced and they produce the antherozoids, and the archegonia they produce a special flask like structure, and usually they consist neck canal, ventral canal and the egg cells, and they will be produce the egg cells. Through that what actually the sperms and the egg cells fuse to form a structure called as a zygote will be formed. So this is a zygote is the usually 2n in number, the others will be haploid in number, and usually that's a diplomatic phase will be present in case of the life cycle of the xylotum, that is gametophytic and the sporophytic phase will be alternate with each other. So this is the complete explanation of the reproduction in case of the xylotum. I hope you will understand the concept of reproduction and the life cycle of the xylotum. So when you go through the studies, the first video will composes the complete morphology, anatomy and the thallus structure of the xylotum. The second video composes of the reproduction and the life cycle of the xylotum. Okay, so this is the complete explanation about the group, that is the Xylotopsida, example xylotum. I hope you will get the point. If you have clarification, so you can contact in the WhatsApp or in the live chat. Thank you.